Think I got that there. Make sure this here is down. All right, Pick Through and Glance family. How is everyone? Okay. What I'm showing here is the calendar for Illinois evening draw. I hope you can see it. Let me see here. Yeah. Um, we had the 364 to come in, the 364. So that's the number I'm going to do the 111 rundown for the Illinois evening draw. If you follow me, you know I'm state specific right now for Illinois evening draw. So that's the number we're going to work with today. And Pick-3 at a glance works for all states. Work for all states. All right. Give me a second here. I got to set up another phone so I can see everything and everybody here. Let's see. Okay. Let me bring everybody up. Bring everything up. Okay. Alrighty. I think that's. I hope everybody can see that. I hope clear enough. No one's so foggy. I don't know. Let's see if you can see here. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's bring this up here so I can see who's on here. Give me a minute. Okay. Bring the chat up. Or down. All right. Get set up here. Get myself organized. You know, I always say OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, and stick with a budget. And play responsibly. Be smart, play smart. This is what Pick-3 at a glance is based off of. I took 22 numbers, did the 111 rundown on 22 numbers. And with those 22 numbers, I have all 1,000 numbers in their possible combinations. That way we're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and know why we are playing those numbers whenever we play them. Pick-3 has 1,000 numbers. All the numbers run randomly. Okay? There's no way around that. I think that's why a lot of us are not getting in the winner's circle. I know it was a problem with me because I didn't want to think the numbers were running randomly and I could figure out a way how to hit using the tic-tac-toe, the date sums, the grids, the different multiple algorithms and rundowns that they had. But I realized that if you're not tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and seeing what's going on with them, you playing a loser's game because with the other strategies, you're only looking at a third of those 1,000 numbers, and there's no way anybody can make a rational decision out of only looking at 300, a third of the 1,000 numbers and trying to win. You have to know all aspects of those 1,000 numbers. You have to know the 1,000 numbers themselves. You have to know about the front pair, the back pair, single pair, and single digit of those 1,000 numbers. That's just it. Um, a lot of people say, well, when they played a number and they was one off on the number. It's not that you were one off of the number, you was off the number, period. People, if you played 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 4 came in, it wasn't that you was one off. It was that you had no idea why you was probably playing that 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4 was there, or strategy, or building a skill set. You just won't have a skill set if you're not tracking all 1,000 numbers or a real strategy. And as I go into PICK-3 at a glance in more detail on this live, you'll begin to see how you're working at a disadvantage just using those per se strategies. With PICK-3 at a glance, I have 4 worksheets, 4 strategies that you actually tracking the 1,000 numbers, and you know what's going on with them at all times. And it's fairly simple and easy to use. Fairly easy and simple. Once you start, and it works for all states, and once you start tracking the numbers, you're going to realize how easy it is for you to track your own numbers and the principles I use to get in the winner circle. Okay, so here we go here. This is the workout sheet that I put together, and this is the 22 numbers that I had mentioned. Now you can just put this on longhand. You don't have to have it all typed up like I had it here, unless you want to. Like I say, the more organized you are, the better. The more likelihood, or you'll start winning and tracking the numbers. Okay, I have I have the strategies the workout sheets I can send to you through PDF. It's a $25 fee. But you can make copies and just follow me along. Visit the channel, look at the videos, and study. Study the strategy. It's simple. Like I said, once you get onto it, it's easy. I can explain the strategy in an hour. I do personal counseling also for if you're just starting. But study more than you play. The number's not going anywhere. Once you get the strategy down for your state, because all the numbers run randomly, and all of them run randomly for all the states. Once you get the pattern down, you'll know what you're doing. You won't be guessing at any of the numbers because you'll be tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. The one off and one off a number thing, you'll understand that when you were one off, you just didn't play the number. You just didn't play the number because you'll realize when the number do come in, exactly where it came in at and how it came and why it came. And you can't do that with the grids, the root sums, the date sums, the tic-tac-toes, and the multiple different workouts and rundowns because you can't see what's going on with the numbers. All you see is a bunch of numbers that you don't understand. You might well be looking at a foreign language or a foreign handwriting or something because it's foreign to you if you don't have all 1,000 numbers to look at. It's a simple strategy. But I think we've been misled by just using the grids, the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, and the root sums, and all those different things to try to win. Playing birthdays and sticking on lucky numbers and things like that. I just hit a number in Missouri this month. Oh, where was it? Where was it? Last month? This month? It was just recently. It was on the 30th. I'm pretty sure. Last month. That 160 hadn't been out in 16 years. I'm telling you guys, 16 years. But that was one of my daily numbers that I was carrying pretty much because I knew by law average 16 years that number had to fall. And I still got 2 more, 574 and that 192. But I wasn't in Missouri when I won it. When I go to Missouri, they got a 14-day play, and I just ran it for 50 cents straight for 14 days because I know I wouldn't be over there. Okay. And that's 50 cents straight. I ran three of them 50 cents straight, and those was those three, and they just came in. So that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. I knew why I was playing that number. I wasn't just playing it because it was my lucky number. I wasn't just playing it because it was my birthday number. I wasn't playing it because it was sunshine out. I wasn't playing it because it was raining and all those different things to win. You have to track the actual 1,000 numbers to win. And you just ain't going to do it looking at a third of the numbers, which that's what the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the flips, the multiple different rundown, that stuff does. It don't give you the whole perspective of all 1,000 numbers. I wasn't playing it because uh, 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 my dog's birthday. I don't play like that, and nobody should because, like I just said, that 160, 16 years out for a pick 3 number. I just specialize in pick 3. I don't do pick 4s, and I don't do pick 5s. Pick 4s is 1 in 10,000 numbers that you're trying to track and win. Pick 4, like I say, 10,000. Pick 5 is 1 in 100,000 numbers you're trying to track to win. And you have to actually track the numbers to know how to play and how to win. That's just a part of this game. You have to put the work in. And it's not really with my strategy. It's not a lot of work because I compiled everything together where it's real sensible and easy to follow. That's why some people don't want to tell you that the numbers are random because they don't understand because they ain't been tracking all 1,000 numbers to see what's going on with them. Because I ain't gonna argue with nobody. They say, "Oh, well, the numbers are random." I'm gonna say, "You absolutely right. They are random. There's no rhyme or reason what one of those 1,000 numbers is gonna come out any day. The only thing that you have to your advantage is working with those 1,000 numbers and using the law average and learning how the law average works for the numbers in your state. And all those 1,000 numbers going to run different from every state. There's no such thing as no traveling numbers. There's only 1,000. They do what they do. Ain't no just cause it play in Missouri don't mean it's gonna play in Illinois. They do that. They just cross paths. There's only 1,000 numbers. You got 52 states in a year. 52 states, and you got some states playing 4 times a day. Some states playing 3 times a day, and some one time. Missouri, Illinois, you got a midday and the evening. Those numbers cross paths. They don't be following each other. None of that stuff. And if you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, you're going to see that. You're going to see that. And won't be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So that's what I want to get out the way. If you're going to get in the winner circle and you're following me, you have to track the actual 1,000 numbers in your state and eliminate the numbers working with the law average and playing the numbers that's left out of the year as you track through the year. Okay, right now I've got the numbers from Illinois from January all the way up to October now. I know what numbers are doing, what they're doing, and how they're doing. I'm not guessing at any of the numbers. Now you'll be always guessing how they're gonna fall, but you will be better briefed by looking at the 1,000 numbers and knowing what's going on up with them, how they fall in, and the best way to play them. But anyway, here, I'm going to go with the 364 that fell in Illinois. So what I'm going to do, I take the 111 and I do the 111 rundown on the 364. That's the only rundown you're going to ever have to worry about. All you need that for is to find out where the number is on these 12 numbers here. All right? That makes up 12 columns. And these 12 numbers up top are my base numbers that you do the 111 rundown on. Okay? And if you can see them, but if you can't, I have plenty of videos where you can see these numbers, and it's 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, and 026, 027, and 037. Those are the base numbers of the 1,000 numbers that I came out with, put in numerical order. That's why I say you got to be organized. And I made these columns up. And each one of these columns represent all 720 of those 1,000 numbers that you're looking at a glance on this one sheet here with 12 columns. Reason being, each one of these numbers, again, is 10 of them, but they come 6 different ways on a single. 3 different numbers, they can come 6 different ways. There's 60 numbers to a column you can glance at. You ain't got to do no tic-tac-toe, no date sum, no grid, no flip, no mirror, none of that. As you walking off these numbers, off these columns, you're looking at what numbers are left working with the law of average to play at all times. Okay? That's how that works. Now, like I said, I'm going to do the 1-1 rundown on the winning number that came in so you all can see that. Okay, hold on a minute. And if you want to, the numbers I just gave you, make 12 of them columns, make 12 columns, do the 1-1 rundown on them, and you got 720 of those numbers right there already. Okay, now there's 3, 6, 4. I'm going to do the 1-1-1 rundown on it up here. And see, that's why it's so hard to really win using all these different rundowns with all the different numbers up top here. They can use any number of those 1,000 numbers up top to do a rundown, and they do. They got the 317, they got the 666s, the 999s, the what's another popular one? 123. There's any number they can to try and find out what number is coming the next day. That's not how it works. There's no method out there gonna tell you what number's coming the next day. Nothing. Period. Okay. I've been doing this 30 years of tracking these numbers. Okay, so you're gonna have 1 to the 3, you get 4, 1 to 4, you get 5, 1 to 5, you get 6, 1 to 6, you get 7, 1 to 7, you get 8, 1 to 8, you get 9, 1 to 9, you're going to get 10, but a lot of math, you're only going to use the 0. So you use single digits, you get 1 to 9 is 0, 1 to 1 is, 1 to 0 is 1, 1 to 1 is 2, and then 1 to 2 is 3. When you get the same number at the bottom, you get at the top, you add it correctly. And basically all you're doing is adding 1 to the number and just counting straight down. Like 1 to 6, you're going to get 7, 8, 9, and then you're getting the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same number at the bottom, at the top, you add it correctly. Simple. That's why I keep it easy and simple so you can concentrate on how to win without trying to look at a whole lot of different numbers and try to figure out how to win. Another thing here, 1 to 5, you're just going to count straight down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same number at the bottom, you get the top. Now with these numbers here, what you're looking for is the base number. The base number will always be in any of the 1-1-1 rundown. Will always, one of the base numbers I just gave you that was at the top, that I told you was at the top here of the sheet. Let me show you again. Whatever the winning number that comes in, one of these base numbers will always be in the rundown. Now, you see all these base numbers got a 0 in them. Okay? Each one of those numbers have a 0. Here, when I did the rundown, how many numbers here got a 0 in it? There's 708, there's 920, there's 031. Now, what you're looking for is just the ones that's got the zero to find which one would be the base number. And here, I can tell you just because you'll memorize it too, because all you got to memorize is the 12 numbers. There's the 013. It shows here as 031, but you know this number can come 6 different ways. This number can come 6 different ways. So here you'll see the 031, that's column number 3. I'm sorry, column number 2. You'll go down and you'll find that 346. Or that 364 rather. And you're just gonna circle it for the month. Then you know it came in off that column. Bam, you're done. That's powerful. That's powerful, believe me. Okay? So the thing here with these here, we up to October. As the months go by, you'll be eliminating a lot of the numbers off of each one of these columns. And what you're looking for is the numbers that's going to be left, is the numbers that you're going to put a bucket list of numbers to play. Okay. Last month, I realized that in September, all the columns hit. All the columns, something came off of each one of the columns. And that's kind of unusual. But I wouldn't know that if I wasn't tracking the actual 1,000 numbers to see what was going on with them for Illinois. Yours is going to be different. Yours might not do that. That's why it's imperative that you track your own numbers for your own state, so you can see what I guess you call it the DNA of the numbers of the work, how they're working in your state. Because none of the numbers are going to work the same. Okay? You might tend to want to believe that, but it just ain't going to happen. And when you start tracking, you'll see, and start looking at other states, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So once you found your number here for the day, you mark it off. And the next step is strategy number 2, which is the triangle strategy. And that's for the single pairs. And pairs, as you know, like 2 numbers. All right. And this triangle I put together, I came up with it. I had to figure out, track the pairs. How could I track the pairs and see what pairs have fallen and what pairs have not fallen? So I say I need to figure out a way. And I came up with this triangle. Believe me, I'm not a math genius or none of that, but somehow I made this work. Believe me, I did not like math in school at all. Matter of fact, I think I did good to get a C plus at that. But here is all the 1,000 numbers and their pairs in this little triangle, if you know how to use it. You had the 364 to come in, so you're going to have 3 separate numbers. You're going to have 3 separate pairs. Okay, so you're going to mark out, you're going to do the 34 for the month that just came in. You're going to do the 36 and the 46. That covers all those pairs right there. Okay. Now, what I do have, which let me show you here. That's not the sheet. I'll be doing shorts on the pairs when they come in Illinois, pretty much, to help you get acclimated to this strategy number 2, because it's really a good strategy for tracking the pairs. This is a better sheet that you can see the triangle. You can even make a copy of this triangle. All right. And I had already on this one marked it off because I did a live, not a live, but a short. And see where I had circled the 36, the 34, and the 46 right there. Now, in September, the pairs that did not show up in September are the ones that I highlighted, underlined. Any the doubles and any of these single pairs that didn't come in, I underlined them. That way I can keep track from month to month what the numbers are doing. From month to month, you want to see what numbers did not play because you're working with the law average. Now, like I just showed you how to do with 3 separate numbers. If you get a double like 122, that's only 2 separate numbers. You circle the 12 and the 22. You circle the 12 and the 22. And if you get a triple, what you're going to get with those triples, you are going to get just like triple zeros or triple twos, whatever. You just mark off the double pairs like that for the triple. That way you know that that pair was covered for the month. Okay? And the beauty here is that, see this 01, these are hot. And I can tell you that in Illinois, these numbers are going to be hot because the 01 and the 56, they mirror each other on the pair. Law average, one of these pairs should come out this month. And if it don't, I'm really going, when I win or however play this, I'm loading up on this because by law average, that'll be 60 days that this number hasn't came out. See, that's what I mean by tracking the actual numbers and knowing what they doing to win. If you track the actual numbers. Here. Same with this 04 and this 59. They mirror each other. Working with the law average, this month, one of these pairs are going to come out. I'm not guessing what pairs are coming out. I know by the law average, one of these are coming out. And how I want to play them in the best way I'm going to want to play them. By actually tracking the actual 1,000 numbers in the actual pairs. Or how I would wheel those pairs. So if I'm jumping ahead on you and you have questions, leave them in the comments or email me. Okay? With your questions. Better to email me. I get better results from the emails than the comments in most cases. Okay? And I changed my email to PICK-3 at a glance. You spell out the 3 at gmail.com. PICK-3 at a glance. Spell out the 3 at gmail.com. Okay. So, and that's the triangle. This here is power. If you just start tracking with just any of it, all of it's powerful, but this here acclimates you to the actual pairs. And when you see the law average and picking numbers back up that didn't play the previous month, then you'll know how to use those numbers. You won't be guessing on numbers or guessing pairs to play. You'll know what pairs are left to play. You want to know what's left you want to know what's played to know how to win. And these numbers are not going anywhere. Time is on your side. Study more than you play for right now. Just study. Just watch how your numbers are to put pen to paper and actually track the numbers using the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. Okay? Now, that's strategy number 2. I upload a short today on this 364, and I'll probably be, usually what I do, I upload shorts on the pairs so people can get acclimated to tracking these pairs, because these pairs going to put things together for you, really. Especially when they left. That's how I hit the 044 last month and other numbers that I hit, and I got receipts for it because see when you mirroring the numbers, say what happened was this 4-4 and 9-9 hadn't played for almost 90 days. They mirror each other. I might be going ahead of you, but check yesterday's video, live video. I mentioned about mirrors. I showed you how to do mirrors. That's this when you know to pick up these numbers. And I knew that the 044 hadn't failed yet, and the opposite, the mirror of it hadn't failed. So you build strategies and skill sets as you follow me, along with your own strategies too, because you might see something that I'll miss. That's why I don't try to predict numbers for anybody. I don't have to, because if they're using these numbers and they mostly everybody that follow me now, they send me they work, show me what they've done, and I say, okay, yeah, do this, do that, do this. This looks good to me, not me doing the work, because there once you start tracking, you'll be fooling. I'll be fooling you, and you'll be trying to fool me if you think that I can do this work and give you some numbers. But we working together, yeah, we can get you in the winner circle because it'll open your eyes. It'll open your eyes. Yeah, people send me with the work they've done on their state, and then I recommend numbers like that. Not me saying, okay, play this number and that number and a whole 20 or 30 numbers for all states. I don't work like that. I just don't see it working to nobody's advantage, really. Okay, so that's what they do, and they send me what they've done for their state and say, okay, Terry, I say that the 2-2 and the 7-7 they played in 2 months. Okay, this is what you should do: play 2-2-7, 2-7-7 for the rest of the month, or whatever it is. I tell them what looks good. Okay, now here again in October, we go to strategy number 3. What I did, I took 3 columns from 0 to 9. 1, 2, 3. Representing the front, the middle, and the end of the PICK-3 number. Okay? Thank you, Willie. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay? So what you do, I realized, and I followed a whole lot of people before I started my own channel, believe me, because I didn't want to start this channel. I'm telling y'all that now. I had no idea how to start a channel. I had none of this. You go back, look at my first video. I think I was in my pajama and everything doing a live. I didn't say I ain't get, they told me I had to get 40 subscribers. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna get no 40 subscribers. And like you say, keep going, don't stop, keep going. I'm up to 3,400 subscribers now. So, but man, I didn't want none of this. But after I got into it, I started enjoying it, and I could teach it, and I could tell people the truth, and how to really. And I had a strategy and a system that I hadn't seen out there that I could actually show people how to win, and not be going I think and writing and scribbling myself crazy, trying to show people how to win. All I have to do is give them the sheets and show them how within an hour how to use the sheets like I'm doing here. If they've been around a while, they can take this and run with it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of folks are sending and running with it because it makes sense. But anyway, I did 3 columns here, and people would say, well, if a number is cold, you want to play that single number with your number and this and that. And I said, well, if a number is cold, I need to know where the best place to put the number to play it and how to play it. So the 364 that came in, you're going to mark the 3 off on the front. You're going to mark the 6 off in the middle and the 4 on the end. And then at the end of the month, any of the numbers that I don't mark off, I know to play them the next month because by law of average, they have to rotate. They have to change positions. Okay. Last month, every one of these lines were marked off. But I did have an instance playing where, and that's why I'm saying numbers run different. You can't be going off of what's going on in another state trying to win. You just can't do it. You can do what you want to do. I'm just telling you, do what you. I'm gonna tell you too, if it worked, don't fix it. If it's working for you, play. Do what you do. But I'm telling you, it ain't. If it's luck in my book, and luck runs out. But sevens didn't hit for 2 months, and with no number, I couldn't believe it. I thought I had missed something. Sevens hadn't hit. When them sevens came, I was due. I was good because working with the law average, I knew a seven had to follow that next month, that third month with something, and triple sevens came in because I played 7-7 front, 7-7 back. I did everything with a seven. I think I changed my address to sevens. But I hit them sevens because you can't see that with those tic-tac-toes, rundowns, and grids. You ain't gonna see it. Another thing here, same thing here. When the if you follow month to month with the pairs that haven't played, 38 pair hadn't failed for 128 days. So if you was playing any number with a 3 and 8 and 38 in it, it didn't come for 120 days. That's why I say you only gonna get a third of the numbers. That's why you have to track to see what the numbers are doing to win. The actual numbers, not guess numbers with rundowns, tic-tac-toes, grids, flips, mirrors, and all that stuff. You just ain't gonna see it. But this is simple. It's put together. It's organized. That's why I say OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget, play responsibly. Take your time. These numbers ain't going nowhere. They are not going to go anywhere. So, yeah. So now, how I use this strategy number 3, I'll make a quick example of it. So you can see. Let's say at the marking, and I realize that the 1 don't fall on the front. Okay? The 1 don't fall on the front for the month. And the next month, and I'm playing, and the number that I'm playing, or you would be playing, because you know where to position the number, is 213. Now you know this number can come 6 different ways. So if that's my daily number I'm carrying for whatever reason, I see it's 213, and I'm playing it box or straight box, I'm definitely, and I know that 1 didn't fall on the front, I'm definitely going to play it as 1, 2, 3, because the likelihood of it coming with that 1 on the front is great. Or I'm going to play it 1, 3, 2. See how that opens your eyes up to know how to play your numbers to hit straight? The best way to hit straight is to track the actual 1,000 numbers to see what they're doing. That's how I hit straight. Because I always know why I'm playing my numbers. And I don't play a lot of numbers. I'll carry my numbers for 60 to 90 days because I know what it takes to win. But when I do win, I know where I'm going to invest, what numbers I'm going to invest in, not guess in. 2. Okay? Yeah. I hope you got that. You want to put that 1 on the front. If you know it didn't play for a whole month on the front, or it didn't play in the middle on the front on the number, or it didn't play on the end on the number. You ain't guessing. You're not guessing. Okay. Then, okay, that's it on that one. But like I say, them sevens didn't hit. And I've had a whole lot of instances where a number hadn't fell on the end like this. I know to place it on the end. The only thing that's kind of catchy is when a number don't play in the middle here. It's hard to try to play both sides. So I usually look at the numbers on the front or the back. Because I can, if I want to roll it down, like if the 0 don't fall on the front, and I want to play the front pair or back pair, say the 0 don't play on the front, I'll roll it down on the front pair. I'll roll 0, 0, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, all the way down to 09. You see what I'm saying? That's $30 in Missouri for a $5 bet if you want to play it like that. If I got extra money that I think I want to roll that down, will it? I call it the will it. Okay, and that's a win because anything that was zero on the front, you automatically gonna get that pair. You automatically gonna win it. But you'll come up with a whole lot of different good strategies when you're tracking the numbers with the picture at a glance strategy. And then strategy number 4 is my front pair, back pair sheet. This here is powerful, front pair, back pair sheet. Now, for Illinois, for the year, I already know what pairs on the front and back ain't failing. There ain't been that many of them, so it ain't giving me a whole lot of numbers I got to try to play and guess about. Right now, I know that the 17 ain't failed on the front. I know the 32 ain't failed on the front, the 37 and the 50 and the 88. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers that I'm focusing on. I ain't focusing on all this. Don't have to, because I know one of these for the year is out coming out. And on the back, that 22, the 39, let me make sure you can see. The 39, that 42, the 50, they coming out. And if they don't, I'm going to carry them over to the following year. See, I don't stop carrying the numbers because the year end. I carry the numbers all the way over. Because it takes 3 years, believe it or not, it takes 3 years for these 1,000 numbers to rotate out because you're only getting a third of them every year. You're only going to get 365 out of the 1,000. And for those numbers, them to rotate and change positions, working with the law average, takes 3 years. That's why I used to didn't do that. I used to start over from scratch all the time, and I wasn't winning. I knew something was wrong. I said, wait a minute, I'm tracking all these numbers and I'm not winning. Then I realized that the numbers that hadn't played the previous year, a large percentage of those numbers came in, well, another third of it came in the next year. So that's when I realized that's what I have to do. Roll the numbers over. Even if it don't come out in the year that I'm tracking, just roll it over. It's gonna show up. And how to play it. So like that 3-6 on the front, I'll see if it came in this year. Okay. Let's look and see if the 36 came in already. And I usually circle it and put a couple of check marks to see how many times it might came in, just to know. The main thing is I want to know that it came in. Okay. So I just do the 36. And then the 64, let's see if the 64 came in. Yep, see at a glance. That's why I call this system PICK-3 at a glance. Okay. 36. 36 then came in. Okay. Like that. And if you want to check and keep up how many times certain numbers come in, that's fine. You really don't. I mean, it's okay. But what I'm looking for is one that ain't came in at all that I can use to my avail to winning. Like that. Because I usually let's say, usually what happened, I usually look, say this 10 didn't, this for example, let's say this 10 didn't come in toward the end of the year, and I see that 00 didn't come in at all either for the year. 100 gonna be my number to play with the front and back pair. That's gonna be my number. 100 is going to be my number. Straight box or combo. And I'm more than likely going to do the 011 also. Like that. So that, that's the 4 strategies there. Now, I don't play triples. I don't play triples. Reason being, I do play them, but after tracking, I have a reason to play them. I know why I'm playing them. Okay. You're only gonna get three triples out a year on average, or four, maybe four, but that's above average. Okay. Anything on average is a three. Anything that come, anything like a four or five, that's above average. Okay. And then if it's low below average, if it's only come one time, basically. And sometimes they do that. Hey, Pepsi, how you doing? Okay, and so that's below average, but that's how it works. Like if 0 0 on the front don't come in, and I'm looking at and no triples basically fail for the whole year pretty much. I look toward triples. If no triples fail in November, December, that's when I'll start looking at triples. But I have to see that it lines up with what I'm looking at on that front pair and that back pair. Say 0 0 front don't fall on the front, and 0 0 back don't fall on back a whole year. I got to be crazy not to play triple zeros. Same with any other doubles. If 1 1 on the front don't fall all year, and then the 1 1 on the back don't fall all year, and no triples can fail, 1 1 1 in my triple. See, that's why I don't have to play all the triples to try to win. Because if I know that a double, same double on the front and the back ain't failed, that's the triple I'm investing in. So I wouldn't play all 10 triples. A lot of people just play all 10 triples hoping that one of them come in. You're burning your money up that way. You're burning your money up that way. Okay. Yeah. Um, another way I do, if this 4 3 don't come in, and let's say the 3 4 on the back don't come in, so 4 3 4 would be my number to play, and especially if I see that 4 3 4 didn't play for the whole year, you know, I can pick and choose my numbers then. I can pick and choose my numbers to win by tracking the numbers and knowing what's going on with them. Pick and choose my own numbers and not look for anybody to give me numbers and say certain numbers falling on certain days. It don't work like that, y'all. I've been there, done that. I'm just telling you. That's why I don't try to project numbers for nobody, because I know it wouldn't work for me. And if they do the work, they just bring in the paper to me and I grade it. That's all I can tell you. Like a school teacher, I guess. Let's put this here. And then, like I say, be organized. I make me a little calendar where I put my numbers in as they come in. That way I can refer back right through the calendar to my paperwork. Like that. Okay? It's fairly simple. It's really, really simple if you're organized. And then when you send it to me, give it to me in an organized fashion where we'll be both on the same page looking at the same thing. But if I give you 15 different rundowns and workouts and tic-tac-toes and grids, you're going to be just as confused as I'm going to be. And hey, if it works for some people, it works. But, you got here. I'm going to show you what mirroring is. If you don't know what mirroring is, I usually do a quick show on that. Let me see. That might be too far over. I don't know what it is with these eraser things here. These dry pens, but they seem to skip and miss on. I think my board is clean. They call them mirror and opposite numbers. You got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 on top, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the bottom. And what this represents is any single number for mirroring, you're going to add +5 to that single number. All right? So 5 to 0 is 5. 5 to 1 is 6. 5 to 2 is 7. 5 to 3 is 8. 5 to 4 is 9. Simple and easy. That's why I like to keep everything simple and easy. Hey, how you doing, Sooner? Glad to have you with us today. Uh, it's you add the one, and it's fairly simple. When you add the go down here and you add the five plus five to five, you're gonna get 10, but you're gonna only use the zero. You only use single numbers in when you're dealing with the lottery. I say lottery math. They call it lottery math, but when you're doing like 5 to 6, you're gonna get 11. You just use the one. 5 to 7, you get 12. You use the two. 5 to 8, you get 13. You just use the three. 5 to 9 is 14, and you just use four. Fairly simple. Now, what you as you use that, say what they did is made a number line where on you took the 1,000 numbers, divide them in half. You put the double zeros on top and the 499. That's the top half of the 1,000 numbers. And you put 500 on the bottom and 99. That's all your 1,000 numbers in top and bottom. So you see here they'll say that zero same as a five, five same as zero, or mirrors. One same as six, six same as a one. Two same as seven, seven same as two. Three same as a eight, eight same as three. Four same as a nine, nine same as a four. Okay. So what we have here, say you play 0, 1, 2, and the lottery plays 5, 6, 7. They just played the opposite number what you would be playing that you play. And the same here, if you're playing the 5, 6, 7, and they played the 0, 1, 2, and they just played the opposite of your number. Okay? So if you were playing 7, 8, 9 at the bottom, and they played, and then it happens in the lottery 2, 3, 4. But you'll know why it's happening because you'll be able to track it and see what's going on with it. And they played the 2, 3, 4. They just played that top number instead of your bottom number. That's how you track. And that's the only thing I use is this mirroring system. I don't. They have you on the flip numbers, and flips are adding +3 to single numbers, and that strategy to me is doesn't work. It's not a good strategy. Okay, and then let's say triple zeros. You play triple zeros, and triple fives came in. Oh my pen, this thing. Let me find another, maybe just like the other. Let's see, find if I got another one that might write. Say you played triple zeros. Let's see. Huh? This one ain't right neither. And you played triple fives. I might have to maybe rub it down with some alcohol. That might make a difference. You play triple zeros. They play triple fives. These are opposite each other. See, 0 and 5 opposites. Did I show you? I didn't show you a double. Let's say you played 1, 2, 2. And they played 6, 7, 7. See that? The 1 and 6 is the same, and the 2 and the 7 is the same. Like that. That's pretty much how you do it. Checking and packing. All right, Sooner. I hear you. I hear you. Thank you for your support. All you guys, all you all been around with me a long time. I really appreciate your help. Okay, let's see what we have here. I think we pretty much covered it. I tried to put my notices out about an hour. Here, like I said, I put together a summary sheet for the year where I track all the numbers. And I know what numbers didn't fail. I just do the single numbers. I don't do strategy 2 and strategy number 3 for the yearly summary sheet. Okay, all I want to know is what singles and doubles came out for the year on each column. So, like I said, if this anything on '03 about this time of the year now, I know at a glance what numbers haven't came, so I know what numbers I'm looking at playing. Okay, any like this 015. Let me see. Let me in each column at a glance. I know what's numbers left for me to play, or what base number ain't came. All at a glance. At this time of the year, I don't have to guess my numbers. Okay, you're so welcome. So now I'm glad. I'm really happy about that because I know I can show everybody, and if they do the work, they'll reap the reward like anything else. And I don't have to go through a whole lot of trying to explain it because it's really simple with tracking. And then nobody can really debate me on it and say I'm wrong because most of the time I'm agree with what they're saying because most of everything people say is right, but a lot of people just want to deny it that the lottery is random and you have to track the numbers to know what's going on with them to win. Yeah, that's pretty much. I welcome debaters about it. I mean, I ain't gonna debate you about it. All they gonna say, well, you're right. I know they come on here and say, well, a lot of them is random. The lottery is random because I know they get a lot of other people on them other channels upset when they say stuff about their work. They don't bother me because I'm gonna agree with most of them because most of them do be right. They say, well, lottery is tax on the poor. Yeah, it's tax, but I mean, it depends on what people want to do with their money. I mean, some people spend the money when they want it. Some people like to play the lottery. But I just, hope that they don't get in a hole or bind by playing lottery or gambling because it can be painful if you get in a bind. It can be painful trying to work your way out of bind playing the lottery. Been there, done that, y'all. I ain't telling y'all something I didn't know and didn't work my way out of. That's why I find it so rewarding to be able to help people and know I can give them the truth. And I soon always say, give them the facts along with the truth, and help them see the light, as you might say, instead of playing in the dark. But yeah, and see at a glance. Can you? I mean, that's what I mean by bargain. You know what's going on in your state and your numbers. And if you're playing midday or evenings, I mean, sometimes I'll switch back and forth on midday and evening. If I see a number on midday that I just stands out, I'll play that one number or two numbers all the way through for those a couple of months or whatever straight, you know. But I'm not spending a whole lot of money trying to hit it. Once I hit it, then I'll load up on some stuff, you know. That's what I do. And like I said, I had a guy call me and say, "Well, can I retire playing the pick 3 strategy and stuff like that, or can I make a living or whatever?" I say, "Not unless you're on the lottery, because all they got to do is change it if you start winning too much, which they will do." So I mean, I wouldn't go for that one. I do the best I can, you know. If I'm winning good, I would let them know the best way I could for sure. But no, if everybody start winning too hard, then if you're tracking these numbers, like I said, people gonna start winning when they start using the pick 3 at a glance strategy, because people already are. They letting me know, and I'm happy about it. Yeah, I'm happy about it. But yeah, they winning. Yeah, and I got the doubles here where I've tracked all the doubles for the year in Illinois. That's like I say, you don't hit as many doubles as you do singles because you only got they only come 3 ways. Let's see what else we got here. And Illinois, these are numbers left for Illinois. I look at just hot numbers to play for the rest of the year, really, because they mirror each other. And these here are really hot. Because I said that because the 01 and the 5-6 that mirror each other pair hasn't came out. Didn't come out last month. So out of that range, one of these 4 more likely will come out. This 004, this 440, this 559, and 995, they mirror each other. And then the same here. There's 224, 442, 779, 997 mirror each other. And then there's 334, there's 443, 889, 998 mirror each other. And I'll carry these all the way over to the next year. I don't switch off. I see what I carry them over to the next year, and then I just match them up. I don't not stop playing them because a new year come in. I used to do that. That was a mistake because I realized as soon as I got off of them, I realized that those numbers that hadn't fallen the previous year was the ones that started coming in. And that ain't these here ain't a lot of doubles to have to play and carry. Same way here. And then another good thing, when you hit here, you notice to go to these doubles to play. You don't want to switch a whole bunch of different numbers unless you see something like I say that stick out as you tracking, which you will see, which you will see. And then here, these numbers mirrored. They just came out. This 015 and this 556 just came out last month exact. And then these two mirror. They haven't came out yet. This one just came out 427. And this here is the opposite. This one here is my birthday, 927. So I knew one of these two were coming out. Okay, so I did hit the 427. And this here, these here are really good right here. Because this 28 only fell once, and it hadn't fell in 3 months prior to it, 2 months prior. So this 28 is hot still. And then the mirrors of it. That's pretty much it, you all. Let's see. Let me see if there's anything else I got. Like I said, just be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget, and play responsibly. That's it. These numbers ain't going anywhere. Practice more than you play. Study more than you play. Because they're not going anywhere. Believe me. I think I covered everything on the sheets. Yeah, I covered that sheet. And this is what I'm talking about. See right here? I can say again at a glance. I see these pairs, this 01 and this 56, they mirror each other. Haven't failed. Didn't fall last month. And then the same here. The 04 and the 59 that mirror each other hadn't failed. So when I win, I automatically know that I'll go and wheel these two pairs. And then these two pairs, they're definitely in my scope. Yep. Any other questions on anything that I might not have covered, that I normally covered, that somebody might be interested in? We make this a little Q&A at the end here. Because I don't know if let's see, Pepsi, did you see that 160 came in? That I've been saying hadn't failed for 16 years. I wonder if people was believing me or not. And that 574 and that 192 in Missouri evening draw. If you're still on here. But if you have any questions or anything I didn't cover, I had to set up another email, I think, because I was getting too many emails on this one more monetary, because I got other stuff added on there. So I set up PICK-3 at a glance at gmail.com. PICK-3, spell the 3 out, at a glance at gmail.com. So you can just email me there. But yeah, it's enjoyable. Let me see here. Because like I was saying, and people saying they one off on numbers, then one off on the numbers. Not that you so much one off on the number. It's just that if you didn't play the number. I just think that too. trying to figure out and then see that if I played 1, 2, 3, and they played 1 2 4. Then I say I was one off one. No, you just didn't play the 1 2 4, and you didn't know why you know why it was happening. How do I find the winning number? This is Journey. Okay, now you asking Journey about finding the winning number the next day, because there's nothing out there that's going to show you what numbers come in the next day as a winning number. What I do is that I track the numbers, and I find out, I see what numbers haven't fallen off my columns, and I have 4 strategies that you put together to put a bucket list of numbers together, so when you win, you know how to play them. But you mean find the next number for the next day like everybody else is showing? That's not a pick-3 at a glance strategy. That burns your money up if you haven't studied the number or have a system that's applicable to you. Thank you, Suna. Yeah, that's applicable. You asking to winning. There's nothing out there going to show you how what numbers come the next day. You burn up your money. You need to study, track the numbers, see what your numbers are doing, and then make a game plan to winning. Did that answer your question, Journey? Okay. Any other questions? But pairs, I think, especially if you got that doggone wild ball and that fireball, whatever the stuff they coming out with. Oh, thank you. You need the pairs, because it's taking longer for these numbers to come out, and I've noticed that since they had it gotten it in Missouri, and and they've been having it now 10 years in Illinois, and I just came over here. I used to play Illinois, but I ain't played in a long time over here, and I can see that it's taking a little longer. So you're gonna have to study a little better, and take your time, and don't burn your money out. Get you 2 or 3 numbers or 4 numbers that you're looking at, willing to play on a more consistent basis. Don't be trying to play 10, 20, 30 numbers and trying to hit big. Just track the numbers and see what they're doing, because some gonna stick out to you that you'll bang them on. That's what I call banging them, because you're gonna see, like I said, a 7 didn't fall with, and it's hard to believe, no numbers for 2 months, no 7. Right there and there, let me know to hit play triple sevens. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see that with the tic tac toes, the date cells, the grids, the flips, and the multiple different rundowns out there. You just won't be able to see it like that. And flipping and mirror single numbers and and patterns. When you see something happening and tracking the 1,000 numbers, you know what's happening. And ain't no pattern. You know what's going on because you're looking at the 1,000 numbers. Um, let's see. I just a lot of times they'll do. I'll put back up here what I had up here. They'll do the 1 1 1. They say you do the 1 1 1 rundown on the 3 6 4 that came in, and you do the 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 1 2 and 3. Then you do 7 8 9 0 1 2 3 4 5. What? Wait a minute. 6, and you do the 5 6 7 8 9 0 1 2 3 4. Now this is one of the methods they try to say You want to find out, use this method to find out what number might be coming the next day. What you're looking at here is a whole bunch of numbers. You don't have no idea why you even playing them. That's number one mistake. Number two mistake is even if a number come in that next day and it don't be on here, let's say 365 came in. Well, let's say 369 came in. And it didn't, and it's not on here, they're going to say you should have mirrored or flipped one of these numbers. Say they're going to say, oh, there it was all the time. I should have mirrored that 4 and made it a 9. You can find 90% of all those 1,000 numbers doing it this way and still not know anything about how you won, if you won, and why you won. You'll be right back at square one each time. Each time. You can't help but be. Or either they'll see a number, let's say the 875 came in that next day, today. Say 875 coming. Then they're going to say, oh, there it was all the time. They're going to say, see that 8? See that 5 and 7 right there? You can get 90% of the numbers that way and still don't know nothing. You can get any of the numbers if you can flip or mirror any of these numbers or go any kind of angle with the numbers. Or here, they'll say if it was 219. Oh, you should have did this here. There it is right there. You got to look for a pattern. You got to look for that pattern. I should have seen that 219 in that pattern. You know what these are nothing burgers. Tell y'all, I had to put it out there like that to y'all. But for me to get y'all in the winner circle, so y'all start winning and support the channel and appreciate my knowledge, I got to put it out there right. I can't let everybody keep going like they going. When I see it's wrong, I ain't never been no follower, and I never follow people off a cliff. I don't follow people off no cliff. And everybody that's doing this stuff is following each other off a cliff. Or they do the same thing with the tic-tac-toe. And the different algorithms. If you don't know why you playing your number and you didn't track it, like I say, I'm going to find me one of these that work right, y'all. Just bear with me. I'm going to find one sooner or later, I hope. Tic-tac-toe. And these tic-tac-toes, they do them 1,000 different ways, I believe. So they'll do this. Let's do this one here, and they always use. They say put the 3 here, the 6 in the middle, and the 4 on the end. And then what you're going to do is add 1 and do counterclockwise. There's 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you're going to go here, 8, 9, 0. Now, there's another thing they'll do to get some numbers to play for the next day, trying to win the next day. Yep, sooner they definitely are. Playing in the dark. But here, make sure I can see it here. I want to make sure. They say, all right, do your numbers cross here. We're going to go horizontal. You're going to do 3, 7, 6. You're going to do 8. And this is what everybody been doing for years, y'all. I mean, ever since I was playing. And 904. Then you're going to do vertically. Wait, what I put a 0 there? 904. Can y'all see that? Yeah. And then vertically, we're going to go 389, right? Yeah, 389. We're going to go 760 and 654. So how many numbers that give you? 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then they're going to say through the corners 0, 4, 5, then 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. Then you're going to go 7, 3, 8. Let me see if I want to go down to 7, 3, 8. And then 8, 9, 0. So now out of this, you're supposed to guess what number out of this group, which you don't know nothing about again, might come in the next day. That's what they're going to tell you. Okay? And then if something comes in that's not on this list, what they'll do, say here you got this 376. Let's say the next day 371 come in. First thing they're gonna tell you is that there it was right there in our face, is that we should have made that one at 6 a 1, mirrored it, made it a 1, and we would have hit. No, you wouldn't have hit. The reason you wouldn't have hit because you didn't play the 371. It ain't got nothing to do with flipping and mirroring these numbers. It got to do with knowing where that 37 was on the workout sheet and what column it came off of. That's what it got something to do with. So you'll know where that number's at and how to play to win. Not on flipping and mirroring nothing because you don't know nothing. It's not going to tell you anything. Oh, well, sooner I got family members like that, so don't worry about it. Hey, some get it and some don't. That's all. I just say, okay, you know, I understand. I mean, I could be that way. Some people just stuck in what they do. Until a ton of bricks fall on them, so tired to make them change. But other than that, no, I don't worry about them. Like I said, I got family members that do this, and those trippers them trippers gonna eat him up. I'll tell you that. Them trippers gonna eat, cause gonna tear a hole in his pocket, a big hole. When you see him and he ain't smiling, you know them trippers are eating him up. Them trippers will eat you up. But he'll probably come back. I know people that left me will be back. Because, like you say, Sooner, you always say it's the facts. Facts don't lie. They'll be back. I don't even worry about my channel. I know people gonna catch on to it and see what I'm telling is the truth. Because if you can flip and mirror any of these numbers, you can get any of the number that's coming the next day. There's no next day strategy. Yeah. I appreciate you giving them an invite to the channel, but if they see me, they'll be back over time. This channel only been around 2 years, and that's relatively new. I still got milk behind my ears in 2 years. So, and believe me, there's a lot of people been here that's gone after me. Because it's a lot of work. If you really, like I said, that's why I don't tell people I'm going to tell them numbers. That's why I haven't started the membership stuff, because those people will drive you crazy. And they drive you even more crazy if they're giving you some money to give them some answers. And what I charge to do is not a lot of money. And what you have to do is do the work and send it to me so I can look it over and we can discuss it. But young folks, I don't know how they plan to do it or can do it. I ain't know anywhere I could do all that work. I'm retired. And if I wasn't retired, I wouldn't be doing it. Because I know what it takes. I know you're going to only get a third of those 1,000 numbers every year. And ain't no rhyme or reason how them 1,000 numbers going to come out every year. Or every day. And anybody that tell you they doing that, they trying to get to you. Send me some money for so many numbers and play them for 7 days. They just getting you money. Energy and time you take to do all that, you could just grab my sheets and just mark off and see what they're actually doing. That's all. It's easy. It's easy. I'm surprised I came up with it myself. It just was meant to be. That's all I can figure. That's all. I just knew I got tired of it. I knew it had to be a better way. I knew I wasn't happy with my results. I knew it had to be a better way. But triples, like I say, triples I don't mess with until the end of the year pretty much. Or like I say, some will stick out. Sevens don't play for 90 days on no number for a whole month, you know. And like I say, I think the title is Eddie Tipton. Now the lottery can mess you over. They can cheat because Eddie Tipton, he was a administrator in I forget what state, but he fixed the lottery where he won millions of dollars. Him and his brother and a security guard, and they caught him and locked him up. And the only way they caught him because he got greedy and had $1 million ticket he was trying to turn in and try to turn it in anonymously. All right, go ahead, Pepsi. Yeah. Uh, 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 yeah. Yeah, turning in anonymously, and he got caught, and he was on camera buying the ticket, and they realized who he was. You see, because a lot of people don't realize when you win a big jackpot like that, they investigate you even before you go to the office to make sure that you're the right person turning in that ticket. Because if you ain't, you going to jail, or you better have some tall explaining to do. Yep, they don't know that. Don't think you got that ticket. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, Pepsi. Yeah, I see. Yeah, it gets it gets easier to do. Yeah, but you. I enjoy the chart. I enjoy it. I see a lot. I see a lot. I'm seeing, the numbers going. The numbers are a little funny with the wild ball and the fireballs. I can say that for sure. But like I say, I play patiently and stick with my budget pretty much. And when I win, I ain't playing in the dark. I know where to go and pick up my more numbers. Um, like that. And then you don't be in a rush when you're watching the numbers and seeing what they're doing. All right, family. I think about time for my grandkids to get in here and bust that dope, and so I always try to beat them because they they be on they play indoors like they outdoors. When we used to come home, our parents ran us out the house. Our parents they keep their kids in the house now. I guess because it's dangerous now. Yeah, patience is the key. Yeah, it really is. All right, family. Any more questions? Okay. Thanks everybody for participating and joining the live. And like I always say, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you tracking, you'll soon be packing a lucky town. OPPB. Be organized. Be patient. Be persistent. Stick with a budget. Play responsibly. And happy winnings.